Greetings, fellow internet user! Last year, you realized you had a very dear new friend on the internet named PRISM. It didn't friend you on Facebook, but it still knows you quite well. In fact, you're now aware that PRISM can record your emails, your calls, your messages, your address book, your trips, the websites you browse, the causes you support, the money you transfer, your passwords, and if needed, everything stored on your computer. Even if that's for your own good, you were quite troubled. Then maybe you thought, okay, I'll just use another operating system or get some security software to protect my privacy, and then you learned that among those software publishers, many were already working with PRISM, others were forced to cooperate, and a few were even paid to make it easier. Of course you've heard of smart card-based security solutions that offer a good protection, but they're quite expensive and quite complex. They are not compatible with smartphones and tablets, and you can't even be sure they don't contain security flaws or backdoors, as the source code of these solutions is never available. But you're not alone, and you can now take part in the creation of a new hardware and software platform that can be a major pain for all spies and other attackers on the internet. Our solution is called PRISMicide. It's a fully open security platform based on a small standalone smart card reader bundled with its own small touchscreen, an open Bluetooth radio to communicate with smartphones and tablets, and a USB interface to work on Mac and PC. Everything is public, including source code and schematics. With PRISMicide, you can keep the benefits of smart card security while lowering the cost and complexity of such solutions and adding smartphone and tablet compatibility to obtain something everyone can trust. PRISMicide can be used to secure and protect data for all kinds of products and services, and the first application bundled with the platform will be a secure Bitcoin wallet. Let's see how the most well-known cryptocurrency is an excellent opportunity to demonstrate PRISMicide's strong points. In a classical monetary system, you trust a bank with your money, hoping that it will use it wisely. If you wish to transfer money to a friend abroad, he must have his own bank account. Your bank will charge you transfer fees, and the bank of your friend will also charge him for currency conversion. Bitcoin is a worldwide decentralized cryptocurrency that makes its users less dependent on banks. To summarize, Bitcoin is based on a public ledger shared over the internet amongst its users. To use a Bitcoin account, a user must have a secret key, also called a private key, which matches his account. To send Bitcoins to a friend, you use a software client that lets you sign a Bitcoin transfer agreement between your account and your friend's account. Owning the private key allows you to sign this transfer agreement. When the signed agreement is written on public ledger, your friend receives your Bitcoins. Bitcoin offers a reliable, independent, and almost without fees value transfer scheme which security is based on your capability to protect your account private key. Protecting this key from virus, hackers, thieves, or even everyday computer issues is not really simple, even for a computer geek. Until now, your private key is yet another file in some folder on your computer or smartphone. This file can easily be lost, erased by accident, and even if it's password protected, it can be stolen by some malware or through an exploit in another unrelated software. Securing private key files is so complex that some users got the weird idea to trust those keys to someone else, especially some websites pretending to be secure and in the end lost all their funds, giving bad publicity to Bitcoin in the process. That really wasn't the wisest thing to do. A smart card is by far the best security solution to protect a private key. PRISMicide for Bitcoin lets you store your private keys inside a smart card through a small standalone reader which is also secure and compatible with your computer, your tablet, or your smartphone. The keys associated to your accounts are thus securely stored whatever the status of your computer or smartphone. Even the PIN code is typed on the secured reader, out of reach of malware such as keyloggers. To finish, let's see how a transaction is done on a smartphone using PRISMicide for Bitcoin. Step 1. You use a mobile application to start the transaction. For example, you prepare a transfer of 3 Bitcoins to Alice. Step 2. Your PRISMicide reader displays the transfer you prepared. Step 3. You insert the smart card associated to your account and enter its PIN code. Your private key then signs the transaction automatically. A few seconds later, Alice receives 3 Bitcoins. You can also manage several accounts using several cards, each one securely storing a different private key. As transactions are signed inside the smart card, private keys are always safe, and the standalone reader lets you check all transactions performed from a computer, a tablet, or a smartphone. You can easily switch between several accounts by using several cards. PRISMicide makes Bitcoin transactions easier and more secure, but PRISMicide is on a bigger scale an open source and open hardware security platform. Other projects are already planning to use it, and we're eager to see what other developers will build upon it. Join our crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo.com